CSCS Book Notes Ch10 158 questions. Question 101, prepare body for next workout. A. Linoleic acid. B. Fluid after activity. C. Saturation. D. Folic acid. Question 101 Answer, B. Fluid after activity. Question 102. These types of fats and fatty acids are potential sources of energy during exercise. A. Exclusion of grains. B. Intramuscular and circulating. C. Fat-soluble vitamins. D. Linoleic acid. Question 102 Answer, B. Intramuscular and circulating. Question 103, intake of water male and female. A. Fat and lipid. B. Meat and beans. C. Linens. D. 3.7 liters and 2.7 liters. Question 103 Answer, D. 3.7 liters and 2.7 liters. Question 104. Serves as an antioxidant form of vitamin A. A. Beta-carotene. B. Cell turnover. C. Biotin. D. Lactose. Question 104 Answer, A. Beta-carotene. Question 105. Classifies a food by how high and for how long it raises blood glucose. A. Glycemic index. B. Glycogen. C. Polypeptide. D. Iodine. Question 105 Answer, A. Glycemic index. Question 106. 3 cups a day. A. Milk. B. Soy. C. 0.8. D. Zinc. Question 106 Answer, A. Milk. Question 107. Component of plant cell membranes: cellulose, hemicellulose, beta-glucans and pectins. A. Vitamins. B. Dietary fiber. C. Vitamin E. D. Vitamin K. Question 107 Answer, B. Dietary fiber. Question 108. Majority of lipids and fat in the body are in this form. A. Disaccharides. B. Triglycerides. C. Glycogen. D. Glucose. Question 108 Answer, B. Triglycerides. Question 109. Aids in glucose metabolism and may help regulate blood sugar and insulin levels in people with diabetes. A. Chromin. B. Protein. C. Sodium. D. HDL. Question 109 Answer, A. Chromin. Question 110. Percent energy from omega-3, linoleic fatty acid. A. 0.6 to 1.2. B. 20 to 35. C. 45 to 65. D. 1.5 to 2.0. Question 110 Answer, A. 0.6 to 1.2. Question 111. Galactose and glucose is found in mammalian milk. A. Sucrose. B. Fat. C. Fructose. D. Lactose. Question 111 Answer, D. Lactose. Question 112. Necessary for insulation and protection of organs and for hormonal regulation. A. Body fat. B. Biotin. C. Cool water. D. HDL. Question 112 Answer, A. Body fat. Question 113. Essential part of more than 100 enzymes involved in digestion, metabolism, reproduction and wound healing. A. Iron. B. Zinc. C. 1 pint. D. HDL. Question 113 Answer, B. Zinc. Question 114, are associated with increased risk of heart disease 2 factors. A. Essential amino acids. B. Exclusion of all animal foods. C. Intramuscular and circulating. D. High levels of cholesterol or unfavorable ratios of lipoproteins. Question 114 Answer, D. High levels of cholesterol or unfavorable ratios of lipoproteins. Question 115, high level of ketones in the blood. A. Vegans. B. Ketosis. C. Oils. D. 3 to 4. Question 115 Answer, B. Ketosis. Question 116, composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. A. Iron. B. No diet. C. Protein. D. Common. Question 116 Answer, C. Protein. Question 117, regulated through thirst sensations and regulation of loss by the kidneys. A. Protein quality. B. Regulation of fluids. C. Glycogenesis. D. Pantothenic cast. Question 117 Answer, B. Regulation of fluids. Question 118, pre-competition meal should be this many hours before competition. A. Iron. B. 3 to 4. C. Biotin. D. Sucrose. Question 118 Answer, B. 3 to 4. Question 119, building block of many sugars, present as circulating sugar in the blood, primary energy substrate for cells and composes glycogen. A. Maltose. B. Fructose. C. Glucose. D. Sucrose. Question 119 Answer, C. Glucose. Question 120, appropriate calorie level and appropriate nutrient levels to prevent nutrient deficiency or toxicity. A. Athlete diet. B. Dietary reference intakes. C. 2 fundamental components of a diet. D. Complementary proteins. Question 120 Answer, C. 2 fundamental components of a diet. Question 121, depends on many factors including age, body size, sex, genetics and environmental conditions. A. No diet. B. Athlete diet. C. Polypeptide. D. Protein. Question 121 Answer, B. Athlete diet. Question 122, fatty acids more important during exercise. A. Number of saccharides. B. Beta-carotene. C. Triglycerides. D. Intramuscular fatty acids. Question 122 Answer, D. Intramuscular fatty acids. Question 123, constitution of hemoglobin and myoglobin and as such plays a role in oxygen transport and utilization of energy. A. Iodine. B. Zinc. C. Lipid. D. Iron. Question 123 Answer, D. Iron. Question 124, formed by union of glycerol with 3 fatty acids. A. Higher. B. Triglycerides. C. Glycogen. D. Monosaccharides. Question 124 Answer, B. Triglycerides. Question 125, promotes growth and repair of body tissues, bone formation, and healthy skin and hair. Essential for night vision. A. Vitamin A. B. Iodine. C. Linens. D. Grains. Question 125 Answer, A. Vitamin A. Question 126, amino acids that can be synthesized by the body, 11 total. A. Intramuscular fatty acids. B. Omega fatty acids. C. Essential amino acids. D. Non-essential amino acids. Question 126. Answer, D. Non-essential amino acids. Question 127. Diets low in fat may decrease this hormone. A. Cell turnover. B. Triglycerides. C. Testosterone. D. Saturation. Question 127. Answer, C. Testosterone. Question 128. Tissues are mostly this and protein. A. Water. B. Copper. C. Protein. D. Milk. Question 128. Answer, A. Water. Question 129. Glucose, fructose and galactose are single sugar molecules. A. Monosaccharides. B. Triglycerides. C. Monounsaturated. D. Linoleic acid. Question 129. Answer, A. Monosaccharides. Question 130. Has all the food groups in a pyramid as one tool designed to provide guidance for evaluating nutrient adequacy of a diet. A. Saturated. B. Minerals. C. Lipid. D. Mypyramid. Question 130. Answer, D. Mypyramid. Question 131. 2 1/2 cups a day. A. Starch. B. Vegetables. C. Dextrose. D. Ketosis. Question 131. Answer, B. Vegetables. Question 132. Not a food group though they provide essential fatty acids and vitamin E. A. HDL. B. Fruits. C. Oils. D. Fat. Question 132. Answer, C. Oils. Question 133. Omega-3 fatty acid. A. Linolenic acid. B. Vitamin D. C. Linoleic acid. D. Individualized. Question 133. Answer, A. Linolenic acid. Question 134. Preferred over sipping. A. Ketosis. B. Vegans. C. Chugging. D. Vitamin D. Question 134. Answer, C. Chugging. Question 135. Sucrose, lactose and maltose are composed of two simple sugar units joined together. A. Disaccharides. B. Amino acids. C. Dietary fiber. D. Triglycerides. Question 135. Answer, A. Disaccharides. Question 136. Aids in normal growth and development. A. Linolenic acid. B. White bread. C. Pantothenic acid. D. Glycogenesis. Question 136. Answer, C. Pantothenic acid. Question 137. Assists in the metabolism of fatty acids and utilization of B vitamins. A. Iron. B. Carbon. C. Biotin. D. Iodine. Question 137. Answer, C. Biotin. Question 138. Essential fatty acid, important structural and functional component of cell membranes necessary for production of bile salts, vitamin D and several hormones including estrogen, testosterone and progesterone and cortisol. A. Higher. B. Cholesterol. C. Water. D. Saturated. Question 138. Answer, B. Cholesterol. Question 139. Whether the protein supplies amino acids in amounts proportionate to the body's needs determines this. A. Riboflavin. B. Protein quality. C. Linoleic acid. D. Minerals. Question 139. Answer B. Protein quality. Question 140. Gs per day per kg for strength athletes of Ch10. A. Iron. B. Maltose. C. Glucose. D. 5 to 6. Question 140. Answer D. 5 to 6. Question 141. Coagulant and bone health. A. Lipid. B. Vitamin C. C. Vitamin K. D. Vitamin. Question 141. Answer C. Vitamin K. Question 142. Can be increased by exercise and weight loss. Type of cholesterol. A. Milk. B. HDL. C. 58. D. Soy. Question 142. Answer B. HDL. Question 143. Nutrient that is required in significant amounts in the diet: protein, Ch10 and lipids. A. Magnesium. B. Protein. C. Micronutrient. D. Macronutrient. Question 143. Answer D. Macronutrient. Question 144. Purpose is to provide fluid and energy for the athlete during the performance. A. Glycemic index. B. Pre-competition meal. C. Dehydration. D. Meat and beans. Question 144. Answer B. Pre-competition meal. Question 145. Coenzyme for Ch10 protein and fat metabolism and proper nervous system functioning. High intakes can lower elevated cholesterol. A. Riboflavin. B. Vitamin A. C. Biotin. D. Saturation. Question 145. Answer A. Riboflavin. Question 146. Serves as an antioxidant needed for normal growth and development. A. Grains. B. 3 to 4. C. Milk. D. Vitamin E. Question 146. Answer D. Vitamin E. Question 147. Inorganic compounds needed for a variety of metabolic functions. A. Minerals. B. Amino acids. C. Manganese. D. Vegans. Question 147. Answer A. Minerals. Question 148. Iron that has particular influence on fluid regulation. A. Sodium. B. HDL. C. Fruits. D. No diet. Question 148. Answer A. Sodium. Question 149. Works with calcium to develop and maintain strong bones and teeth. Enhances usee of other nutrients. Essential for energy metabolism, DNA structure and cell membranes. A. Starch. B. Sodium. C. Sucrose. D. Phosphorus. Question 149. Answer D. Phosphorus. Question 150. Fatty acids containing one double bond. A. Disaccharids. B. Monounsaturated. C. Saturated. D. Testosterone. Question 150. Answer B. Monounsaturated. Question 151. 5 1/2 ounces a day. A. Carbon. B. Meat and beans. C. Beta-carotene. D. White bread. Question 151. Answer B. Meat and beans. Question 152. found in small amounts in human and animal tissue as a temporary source of stored energy, metabolized as energy or synthesized as glucose. A. Fructose. B. Galactose. C. Iron. D. Glycogen. Question 152. Answer: D. Glycogen. Question 153. To move the fluid from the mouth through the gut and into circulation rapidly and to provide a volume that matches sweat loses. A. Low glycemic index. B. Caloric intake. C. Goal of fluid during exercise. D. Glycemic index. Question 153. Answer: C. Goal of fluid during exercise. Question 154. Gs per day of Ch10 carbohydrate loading. A. 600. B. 10. C. Iron. D. HDL. Question 154. Answer: A. 600. Question 155. Necessary for the normal development of the skeletal and connective tissues involved in metabolism of Ch10. A. Magnesium. B. Manganese. C. Lactose. D. Minerals. Question 155. Answer: B. Manganese. Question 156. Percent of total calories that should be consumed as fat or lipids. A. 5 to 10. B. 50 to 100. C. 20 to 35. D. 8 to 10. Question 156. Answer: C. 20 to 35. Question 157. Iodine, selenium, copper, fluoride and chromium. A. Min. B. Trace elements. C. Macronutrient. D. Triglycerides. Question 157. Answer: B. Trace elements. Question 158. Coenzyme for protein metabolism and nervous, immune system functioning, involved in synthesis of hormones in red blood cells. A. Pyridoxine, B6. B. Vitamin E. C. Iodine. D. Vitamin C. Question 158. Answer: A. Pyridoxine, B6.